Welcome back, scholars. Today, we are going to discuss understanding economics and the basics of economics. So, what in the world is economics, Mr. Irvin? Well, that's a great question, and I'm glad you asked. So, let's discuss it. Economics is the way people, businesses, and governments manage money. Now, I really want to put some emphasis on people because you and your family and all the other citizens of a country make up the economy, not just big businesses and governments. Mr. Irvin, what is an economy? That's another great question. Good job. The economy is how the resources of an area or country are produced, delivered, and used. You may have some countries that specialize or only sell certain types of goods and products, maybe natural resources like coal or oil, technology and manufacturing or building things. So all of that can determine how strong their economy is or what their economy is based on. So let's discuss some very important key terms. We have needs versus wants, okay? So needs are the things you must have to survive, such as food, clothing, and shelter. Needs are very important. Wants are the things you would like to have but can do without, such as a skateboard or a ticket to a movie. Wants are not that important. Next, we have goods and services. Goods are the actual product that you can buy, such as a car or a bag of apples or a couple pair of shoes. On the other hand, services are the things that other people do for you, such as cutting your hair or giving you music lessons. The goods are the things that you can go into a store or a mall and actually grab and buy, and services are things that other people have to do for you, such as the car mechanic or the cable guy or a plumber. Next, we have producers and consumers. Now, both of these are incredibly important for an economy. Producers are people or a person or a company who makes a good or service to sell to others. And consumers are people or a person or a company who buys a good or service. So the producers create the goods and the consumers buy the goods. The consumers are like the customers, for example. Next, we have a very important aspect of economics, which is called supply and demand. So, supply is the amount of goods or services available for a customer to buy. And demand is the amount of a particular good or service that the customer desires. So, I'm going to give you an example. Mr. Irvin has 10 bottles of organic lemonade to sell. I go to the park. 20 people walk up to me and say that they want a bottle of lemonade. So I only have 10 bottles, but 20 people want to buy a bottle. So my supply consists of 10 bottles and the demand is 20 people. So I don't have enough to meet the demand. So that can cause a bunch of other issues, such as an abundance, a shortage, or a scarcity. Abundance might not be that bad of an issue. So, an abundance is a situation that results when there is more than enough supply of something to meet the demand. So, if I went to the park and I had 50 bottles of lemonade and only 20 people wanted to buy lemonade, I would have 30 bottles left over, so that would give me an abundance. Meanwhile, a shortage is when not enough of a product is available now. So, my first example, when I went to the park and I only had 10 bottles of lemonade, and 20 people wanted to buy it, in that situation, I will be in a shortage, or I will experience a shortage because 20 people want to buy lemonade, but I only have 10 bottles. Lastly, we have maybe the worst of them all, which is a scarcity. And the scarcity occurs when there are not enough resources available to meet the demand. So if 20 people want to buy lemonade from me and I only have 10 bottles, and back home I don't have any resources to make the lemonade like sugar or lemonades, then I will be experiencing what's called a scarcity. All right. I want to leave you all with this last quote. In the new economy, information, education, and motivation are everything. Now, in the comments below, I want you to tell me what this quote means to you. Click the subscribe button below. Thank you all for tuning in.